Namaste, yogis. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me. Today's flow is a quick and fun morning yoga flow to help you feel refreshed and get your body feeling good in the morning. No props needed today, so get into something comfy and meet me on your mat. We're going to start in a seated position today, legs crossed or whatever feels comfortable. Hands gently resting on your thighs, and close your eyes. Start to tune inward, bringing your attention to your breath, breathing in and out through the nose. Finding slow, intentional breaths. Start to extend your breaths, holding them in for one more second, and holding the exhale for one more second. And when you're ready, come onto all fours. You can bring your knees as wide as the mat, or you can bring your knees to touch, whichever feels good. And start to walk your arms out in front of you until you feel a slight opening in your upper body. Rest your forehead gently on the ground. Take a deep breath in through your nose and feel your body expanding all sides, to the front, to the back, to the sides. Exhale, melt your heart down. Three more breaths here, inhaling and exhaling through the nose. Feel your body expand on the inhale and soften on the exhale. On your last exhale, push up onto all fours, bringing your knees hip width apart and your wrist shoulder width apart. Shoulders stacked over your wrist and hips stacked over your ankles. Lift the chin, drop the belly, open the chest, coming into cow. Exhale, hollow out your belly. Pull your belly button up into the sky and tuck your chin, coming into cat. Inhale, lift your chin, lift the tailbone. Exhale, hollow out the belly, tuck the chin. Inhale, lift the chin, open the heart, tuck the shoulder blades back behind you. And exhale, tuck the chin, pull the navel up into the sky. Inhale, return to neutral spine. Tuck the toes under. Ground down through all 10 knuckles. Spread your fingers wide. Spin your inner elbows toward the front of the room as you lift your hips, lift your knees, coming into downward facing dog. Bend your knees deeply here. Push in through all 10 knuckles, especially the pointer finger, knuckle, and thumb. And slowly start to straighten your legs as you draw your heels down toward the floor. But keep your knees bent here. And it's okay if your heels are not touching the floor. Inhale, send that breath deep into the low back. Exhale, melt your heart toward your thighs. Inhale through your nose. And exhale through your nose. Lift the hips a little higher. On your next exhale, drop your knees. Send your hips back to your heels, coming into child's pose. Finding a moment to notice your breath, notice your body. On your next exhale, you're going to push up to all fours again, bringing your knees hip width apart, shoulders stacked over your wrist. Inhale, returning to cow. Lift the chin, open the chest, open the heart, and exhale, hollow out the belly. Inhale, lift the chin, lift the heart, lift the tailbone, and exhale, pull the navel back into the spine, tuck your chin. Return to neutral spine. You're going to hollow out your belly like you just did in cat. Pull your abs up and in to make room and bring your right leg through towards the front of the room, stacking your right ankle below your right knee. Coming onto the fingertips here. You can move your back knee back if you need to. Coming into low lunge. Push into the top of the back foot. Squeeze your inner thighs together. Option to bring your hands onto your thighs. Inhale, lift your chest, and exhale, sink your hips deeper into the mat. Option to lift the arms up. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, sink a little deeper. Plant your left hand next to your right foot. Tuck your left toes under and lift your back knee, coming into a high lunge. Take your right hand high to the sky, coming into a twist. Torso's facing the right wall. Knee is still stacked over the ankle. Inner thighs squeeze together. Inhale and exhale. Return your right hand to the mat to frame your right foot. Drop your knees and bring your right knee to meet your back knee. Returning to all fours. You're going to take the knees wide or knees together. Toes come to touch and send the hips back towards your heels. Rest your forehead on the ground, returning to child's pose. Take a few breaths here. Reconnect with your breath. On your next exhale, push up to all fours. Knees return to hip width apart. You're going to hollow out your abs like you did before and bring your left foot between your hands towards the front of the mat. Stacking your left ankle below your left knee, coming onto the fingertips. Option to bring your hands to your left thighs. Inhale, lift the chest, and exhale, sink the hips lower into the mat. Squeeze the inner thighs together here. Inhale, lift your chest, and exhale, sink a little deeper. Option to lift the arms up above overhead. Inhale and exhale. Return both hands to the mat to frame your left foot. You're going to plant your right hand next to your left foot. Tuck the right toes under, lift your right knee, and send your left hand up to the sky, coming into a twist. Torso facing the left side of the room. Just breathe here. Squeezing your inner thighs together. On your next exhale, drop your left hand to frame your left foot. Drop the knee. And bring your left knee and left foot back to meet your right. One more time, knees together or knees apart. Send the arms straight out in front of you on the mat. Rest your forehead gently on the ground. And returning to child's pose. Inhale, fill up your torso like a balloon. And exhale to expel all the air out. Inhale one more time, find space, and exhale to release. Push up to all fours. Knees are hip width apart, shoulders directly over wrists, hips directly over knees. Spin your inner elbows forward. Ground down through all 10 knuckles and spread your fingers wide. Exhale, lift the knees, lift the hips, returning to downward facing dog. Option to pedal it out here. Straighten through the left leg and then the right. And continue back and forth. Ground down through your pointer finger, knuckle, and thumb. Spin the biceps forward and out to either side of the room. Heels draw down toward the earth, but knees stay bent here as we prioritize length in the spine. On your next exhale, send the hips a little higher and start to walk your feet up to meet your hands. Inhale, hands come to shin or to the tops of your thighs. Back parallel to the floor. Find space in the neck, draw the shoulders down away from the ears. Inhale and exhale to fold over your legs, returning to forward fold. Grab opposite elbows and rock a little side to side here, but keep that movement small. When you're ready, slowly start to roll up, keeping the chin tucked, first through the knees, then the hips, and the lower back, upper back, and lastly the chin. Palms face forward. Ground down through all four corners of your feet. Engage your thighs, squeeze your inner thighs inward toward one another. Lift your chest, drop your shoulders down and back. Stack your heart over your pelvis and your head over your heart. Ears in line with shoulders. Bring awareness to your body. Notice how you're feeling since the beginning of class today. On your next inhale, circle the arms out, around, and up. Bring the palms to touch and down to heart center. Exhale, forward fold over your legs. Inhale, hands to shins, halfway lift. And exhale, fold, plant the palms. Take the left foot back. Inhale, take the right foot back. Exhale, drop the knees, lower all the way to the ground. Inhale, lift the chest and only the chest. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Exhale, push back up onto all fours. Tuck the toes under and lift the hips, coming into downward facing dog. Press into the pointer, finger, knuckle, and thumb. Bend your knees. And start to walk your feet up to meet the backs of your hands. Forward fold, bend your knees, and let gravity take over. Drop your head, drop your hands. Shake your head yes, and shake your head no. Plant the palms, step your left foot back, and then your right foot. Coming into plank pose. Heels are stacked directly over the balls of the feet. Pull your abs up and in. And exhale. Drop your knees. Send your hips back towards your heels. Rest your forehead on the ground, returning to child's pose. On your next exhale, push up to all fours. Take your knees hip-width apart. Cross your ankles behind your hips and push your body to seated. So pushing back to seated. You're going to move to the front of your mat. Bend your knees and plant your feet out in front of your hips. So knees are bent 45-degree angle. Extend your arms straight out in front of you. And slowly start to lower to lie flat on your back. Palms face up. Tuck your shoulder blades under your heart space and close the eyes. Feet come as wide as the mat and the knees fall in to touch. Or, option, to extend the feet out flat or the legs out flat and let the feet flop to either side. Rebounding into any natural breath here. Notice how your body feels. Notice where you've created space or openness. Inhale one more deep breath. Fill in your entire belly and your back. Open mouth, exhale to let it all out. Let the bones of the body just melt into the ground. Let any thoughts that come just pass by. And relax completely here. Slowly start to wiggle your fingers and your thumbs. Slowly flutter your eyelids open, taking in the color of your ceiling or of the sky. Bring one knee into your chest and then the other. And squeeze your knees into your chest. Give yourself a big hug. When you're ready, roll onto one side of your mat and push yourself up to seated. We'll bring the palms to touch at heart center, and we'll bow the head in gratitude. Thank you, yogis. The light and love in me honors the light and love in all of you.